Okay, hi, welcome to this edition of Country Cooking. Today we are doing Hammond noodle casserole, and I already pre-cooked the noodles. You're supposed to cook them according to the package direction. Yeah, package directions. It calls for a 16-ounce package of medium noodles. I didn't have a 16-ounce, I had a 12-ounce. So I've revamped the recipe a little bit, but we got 12 ounces of noodles. We're supposed to take and mix 3 tablespoons of butter. Well, actually it calls for 5, but we've got to divide it. So 3 of them go in the noodles. So we're just gonna stir that up and get that melted down. And we're going to stir in the salt and pepper, and we need 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, this is another one of those easy as 1, 2, 3 type recipes. Doesn't take long to prepare, but it takes about 1 hour and 10 minutes to bake. So it's something where you get home from work, you can mix it up real quick. It doesn't take long, and then put it in the oven, and then you can do laundry, read the paper, whatever you gotta do. Maybe you gotta go out and feed calves or feed the cats. Something. Anyway, after you get the salt and pepper, and then you're gonna pour, and their ham. Sorry, I just left the main ingredient. Mix 1 pound of ham, and I bought the diced ham. It just makes it easier for me. I could stand here and cut ham, and you guys could watch me if you wanted to, but we'll just do it this way. Mix it all up, and then we're gonna pour it into a greased 9 by 13 inch pan. That looks like a pretty good amount of noodles and the ham, an even amount, so that'll work. And then just spread it in your pan. Then we are going to take 5 eggs, and we're going to mix them in with 1.5 cups to 1 3/4 cups of milk. And we're just gonna put it all together, and then we'll whisk it. And the other item we're gonna cook on today's show is a cherry crunch cake, which again, it's another real simple recipe to do. And actually, while this is in the oven baking, you can go ahead and start your dessert like we're going to do. So you'll have a casserole and a dessert. You've noticed I kind of do a meat and potatoes if I can, or we should say a meat and starch. And I try to have a dessert out here where we live on the farm. My husband likes sweets. My son loves sweets. We shouldn't have them, but we do. And so I try to make something once in a while for them. They don't get dessert at every meal, believe me. They're looking in the freezer for ice cream at times. Anyway, you want to make sure you got all your eggs whisked into your milk, because you don't want any chunk of egg, large chunk of egg in your casserole here. That looks like it's pretty good. And then you're just going to go ahead and pour this over the top of your noodles. Found a chunk of egg, but okay, there we got it mixed in. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take the remaining 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine, and we're gonna dot it on top. So I'm just gonna cut little chunks here and drop it on. Then we are going to stick it in a preheated oven of 375 degrees, and it says to bake it for 1 hour to 1 hour and 10 minutes. Or until golden brown looking, like it's done. So you might want to check it after 1 hour to make sure that it's not getting overcooked. Oops. Okay. Don't need to cover it, just put it in the oven just like this. I will put this in the oven, I'll be right back, and then we'll go ahead and start our dessert.
Do you really want to get up to check on me? Get a video monitoring system for your barn and watch us all from the comfort of your home. Let us find a solution to make your calving season less stressful for you and your cattle. Call or stop by today for a free, customized, no obligation quote. You can reach us at 437-2615.
Okay, the next recipe we're going to do on this episode is called Chocolate Cherry Crunch. It's another 5 ingredients or less recipe. It's really simple to put together. 2 cans of cherry pie filling. I use the regular. I don't care for the light, even though maybe the light would be better for some of us. So it's your preference if you want to do a light cherry pie filling or if you want to use the regular. You just take 2 cans and you put it in a 9x13 pan, ungreased. And you just spread it out on the bottom of your pan and make it even. So you've got this. Then the next thing is you want to take, you're going to set that aside for now. You're going to take a 9.8 ounce box of fudge brownie mix, and I just used the fudge brownie mix. And you're going to pour that in a bowl, a large bowl, because you're going to be mixing some other stuff with it. So you pour in your brownie mix, and you've got a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans, 1 cup of quick cooking oat, uncooked, and 3/4 cup of margarine melted. And I need to grab a spatula. You're going to pour all this in the bowl and you're going to mix it up real well. And we'll see how it works with the spatula. We might have to use a fork. This might go together. Just incorporate it all real well, and it's going to be, you know, coarse, crumbly like or whatever, and that's what we want. And then once you get it all mixed up really well, you're just going to take these crumbs and you're going to kind of crumble them on top of the cherry pie filling, and you'll be putting it in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. So that's what you have next, and I think what I'm going to do is just use a teaspoon to kind of drop this on rather than the large amounts, and just chunks until you get it kind of dispersed evenly over it. And I suppose if you know of somebody that is allergic to nuts or you don't care for nuts, you can probably omit them. Just add a little bit more oatmeal maybe to fill up that volume. Anyway, we're going to continue to take all of the crumble batter here and put it on this. And once you get it filled pretty well, then you can take what's left and go back over it and fill in where you can see cherries. I'm sure there's no calories in this dessert whatsoever. So if you're calorie conscious, eat the whole pan. Just about there. spread it around a bit, and it does pretty well cover on top of all of the cherries. You see a little bit shining through or coming through. It's not that much. Anyway, so this is what it looks like before the oven. Okay, we're gonna put it in the 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. And I'm gonna wash my finger off, and we're gonna come back and make an appetizer that we can serve with this meal. It's kind of a little bonus.
Finally, an easy-to-use touchscreen computer is available now from Valley. Telekin comes with its software fully installed and ready to go right out of the box. Just connect your Telekin to the internet and enjoy the experience. Call Valley today at 437-2615 for all the details.
Okay, the next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is what I did is I opened up a package of crescent rolls and I divided it into two. So I've got two of the rectangular, four triangles each, but I kind of pressed it together so that we close the seams, the perforations. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make little appetizer pinwheels. It's called bacon cheddar pinwheels. And on each strip, you're gonna take about a tablespoon of ranch dressing, and you're gonna smear that over the top of it to the edges. And once you get the ranch dressing on there, we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle between the two a 1/4 cup of bacon bits. I'm gonna kind of cheat so I don't get more in one than I do on the other. About the same amount. Just gonna sprinkle that on. And then take the remainder, 1/8 of a cup, and sprinkle it on the other one. Then we're going to take a 1/4 or 1/2 a cup of shredded mild cheddar, or if you like sharp cheddar, you can use that too. But we're just gonna take that and we're gonna sprinkle that also on here. And our oven is preheated to 350, so as soon as I get these done, we can pop them in the oven, and they will bake for about 12 to 17 minutes. It depends on your oven, how it heats and cooks and stuff. I'm gonna check mine after the 12 minutes just to make sure that they're not getting overly cooked. Then turn your pan, and you wanna take the short end and you're gonna roll it away from you. And as you roll it, if you see that your perforations underneath aren't sealed, you might wanna give them a little pinch as you're rolling.
Coming soon to a town near you. One-on-one device training for your smartphone, tablet computer, Kindle, and more. Is your smartphone smarter than you are? Is your tablet confusing? Are you spending way too much time trying to figure out these devices that are supposed to make your life easier? Then this free class is for you. Appointments can be made by calling Valley at 437-2615.
And then as you get to the middle part, you might want to really watch that, because if you don't get it, pinch it shut and then continue rolling. And bring your other end up and pinch that shut. So you have a little loaf of, or like a pinwheel. And I'm going to just give it a little extra roll to try to get that seam. And we'll set that one over there till we get this one rolled. And we're going to do the same one with this. My pan wants to keep rolling on me. Pinch it as you go, if need be. This one down here. I probably should have did this on the counter so my tray wouldn't be quite so messy, but that's okay. I'm gonna have to wash it either way. Okay, and then I'm gonna give that little roll and pinch that off to make sure that it stays sealed. And then you're gonna cut it into 8 slices. So per roll, you're gonna get 8 slices out of it. So when you get done, you're gonna have 16 slices on here. And then just flip them over onto the side. Whoops, didn't get all the way through here. If you don't have bacon bits on hand, you can actually use 4 slices of bacon, cook it and crumble it. That would be good too. This here was a spur of the moment type where, oh, we should do something a little extra, so that's why we did it. I had bacon, it was in the freezer, we weren't gonna thaw it out. So we got, you'll get the idea here with the bacon bits. Like I said, just then set them so far apart. It's kind of like when you do the flour tortillas, you've got the little end pieces that somebody's gonna complain because they don't get all the goodies, so we might sprinkle extra cheese on that. I think there might be some in the bottom of the bag yet. Anyway, then cut your second one into 8 pieces. Go. Well, they'll get a little extra cheese. Okay, then you put it in a 350-degree oven for 12 to 17 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
This is the team you want on your side.
Taking you to the future with hometown pride.
Broadband, TV, phone services too.
Bringing the latest technology home to you. Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
Okay, I have the ham and noodle casserole done. It's on the plate. It looks good. Then we are going to go ahead and add the cherry crunch dessert. And it's more like almost looks like a Black Forest dessert. And then we're gonna go ahead and add the bacon cheddar pinwheels with the ranch dressing in it. And so here we go. We've got just this little plate of goodies for you guys again. This is what we've got for this episode. We're waiting for people to call in and say that they want to be a guest. Easter's coming up. That's going to be the next one we're going to tape. You got a good Easter recipe, some fun Easter ideas. It doesn't even have to be cooking that you want to share with us. Call the office, set it up, come call me. Love to have you come on the show. Check out all of our recipes on www.valleytel.net, their homepage. They'll have them all. Like I said before, if you don't have the internet, call the office. The girls would gladly print off the recipes and get them to you. That's our episode for now. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.